Hello and welcome back. It is the last day of the Animal Symposium in 7th grade, and what a great way to start it. The Bengal Tiger by a tiger. Let's welcome Caleb Hansen.
Alright, thank you Mr. Myers, and thank you classmates for attending my presentation on the Bengal Tiger. So before I get started, I'm going to introduce with something about this animal. It is said it is no ordinary animal. It has been said around the world to be both beautiful and terrible, and feared but not hated. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this animal, starting with classification. So as it says on your notes, let's see here. The common name is Bengal tiger. The kingdom is Animalia. The phylum is Chordata. The class is Mammalia because it's a mammal. The order is carnivore because it eats meat. The family is Felidae. The genus is Panthera, and the species is Tigris, which is fast and air-like. And its closest relatives are the panther, the jaguar, and the leopard. Physical characteristics. As I said before, it's a beautiful animal, and it's also a fierce predator, as you can tell by its size. That is how big it is compared to the average human. And the male's weight is 500 pounds, the female's weight is 300 pounds, the height of males is 9.5 feet, and the female's height is 8 feet. The Bengal tiger has a deep dark orange color with wide-black stripes. This helps it blend in with its surroundings in the jungle. It has white spots on the back of its ears. Now, scientists believe that these spots make it look bigger from behind because it looks like eyes from behind, so animals won't sneak up on it. And it's also a myth to say that cubs find it easier to follow their mother when they have these big ears behind them. So, like, when the cubs are following them in the forest, it's easier to, find them. And then, another cool thing about the Bengal tiger is it has a unique grouping of stripes on their forehead. This grouping of stripes right here makes up the symbol Wang in Chinese, which means king. It's on their forehead, and that's what it looks like. So, yeah. And then some more physical characteristics. It's a big animal, and it has a lot of things to help it eat its meat. It has a muscular build, and it has longer back legs to help it jump. It has sharp teeth and barbs on its tongue. This helps it shred fur and meat off its prey. And it has large paws and retractable claws, which means it's easier to be quieter and stalk its prey easier. So it's like a really good predator. Distribution. The Bengal tiger, mostly in the country of India, but can also be found in Iran over here, Pakistan, there's Nepal, Bhutan, and Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. And there's also another place that I'll talk about more about later, but it's the Sundarbans, and it's located in the Bay of Bengal. Habitat. There's 3 things required for a tiger's habitat. First is water. It's not like an ordinary cat. It needs water because it loves to cool off, and it's an amazing swimmer. And it finds most of its food by water because its prey likes to drink. And it needs large prey in order to survive. It's a big animal, so it needs lots of food and meat and stuff. And it needs dense vegetation. The dense vegetation is mostly its habitat. It uses it to stalk its prey because it can hide. And what you're seeing here is its prey, and it's probably going to drag it to the vegetation. Because what the vegetation does is it covers its prey while it's eating, so no animals will find it. Conservation of the Bengal tiger is that it's endangered. The IUCN lists is as endangered. There's only about 2,000 left in India, and the population trend is decreasing. Reproduction, everyone's favorite slide. The Bengal tiger usually breeds in the spring. Female attracts her mate by marking her territory with urine and making distinct noises. 3 to 4 years, the Bengal tiger is able to reproduce, and they typically conceive 2 to 4 cubs. Here, and that's a male and female tiger. Parental care. Cubs hunt on their own at 10 months, but stay with their mom until 2 years. The mother cares for the cubs. The dad just takes off like a week after conception. And then the mother cares for the cubs by cleaning them and giving them milk, as you can see here. Longevity and mortality. They live 15 years in the wild and 20 years in captivity, mostly because they're is better food and they're taken better care of in captivity, and like their dens are better in captivity. Seasonal patterns, they don't have that many seasonal patterns. All they do is mate during the springtime, and they do not migrate torpor, and they do not hibernate. Their diet, yum. They're hypercarnivores, which means their diet consists almost solely of flesh of other vertebrates. They eat mostly four-hoofed animals. As you can see here, that's an alligator. It's not on its diet. I just thought that was a cool picture, and it probably is attacking it because it was coming in on its surroundings or habitat. And then they consume 35 to 40 pounds of meat in a single meal. As you can see here and here, those are very large animals, and that's pretty much what it eats every day. And they're only interested in large prey because they don't want to spend their time chasing around these little bunny rabbits and stuff, or else they'll waste their energy. And then they are man-eating in the Sundarbans region of India. So, as I said before, Sundarbans is a region where it's in the Bay of Bengal, which is a lot of salt water, and there's no fresh water. So I'm going to talk about that. The Sundarbans is a place where there is lots of jungles and is home to the Bengal tiger. Now, there isn't a lot of fresh water here. All there is salt water. Scientists believe that this salt water has them, because all they have is salt water, they gulp it and just drink it a lot, and it irritates their liver, making the local Sundarbans people on their menu. So it irritates their liver. They get all hyped up, and I don't really know why, but like they just get all irritated and they go and eat people. Predators. As you can see, that the only predator is human. See here, and all these pictures have humans in them and humans in that. Humans, what they do is they log, they hunt, and they poach. So loggers come, or farmers come and expand their land and the habitat of the tiger, taking away the Bengal tiger's habitat. Hunters kill the tiger's prey, taking away their food. And lastly, poachers, they hunt the tiger itself, and they take its fur and sell it on black market. So it's kind of hard to survive if you don't have food and you don't have a shelter and you're being hunted. So that's why it has dropped from the 1900s, where there was 40,000 Bengal tigers, and now there's only 2,000. The 2,000 is stable, so that's good. But they have dropped immensely. Human relationships. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. Only in the following. Oh, I can't read that. Only in. Can I see something else? Sorry. Okay. Only in the following zoos, Sundarbans, and sometimes with poachers and farmers. Those are the only people that see them. And then human interactions are limited because they sleep during the day, so we really don't see them much. And we are only on their diet in the Sundarbans. And then what they are used for, the Bengal tiger isn't used for much considering it's a predator, and we don't want to work with it, but we do, if they're trained well, we have them in zoos and stuff, and circuses, stuff like that. And how interactions can affect conservation. Farmers decrease the Bengal tiger's territory to increase their farmland, and poachers. Thank you. So that's that. And then the last one, fun facts. As you can see, the cubs are boss. They're really cute here and here. They have crazy hops. They can leap 10.5 yards, which is, I don't know, but it's a long ways. Most Bengal tigers have more than 100 stripes on their body. And a really cool fact, they use their tails to help them swim and to help them stay balanced on the land and to help them turn. They are freaky good swimmers. There's a story in the Sundarbans of a Bengal tiger. So in the Sundarbans, you have to travel. They use motorboats, people, to get from river to river, or from land to land, because there's rivers. And without them knowing it, there's a guy sitting in the back of the boat. This Bengal tiger followed them out into this river, which is a big river. It kept up with this motorboat, and it snatched the guy out of the back of the boat and dragged him up on the shore. And people watched as their friend was being mauled. It's really intense. And yeah, that's not really a fun story, but they are very good swimmers. And yep. Thanks for watching. I hope you all learned something with my presentation of Bengal tiger, and that's when we're excited. So yeah.
Who do you think? What do you think would win, a bear or the Bengal tiger?
Well, they probably have never fought each other, but I don't know, the Bengal tiger, because it has it can probably maneuver better, and the bear's kind of slow. But I bet the bear would have big claws and swipe the tiger. But I don't really know. It's probably.
Can you go back to that slide with the map? It was like, I think, the
Oh yeah.
third slide. Next one, yeah. All right. So on this one, what's the difference there between the orange and the green color on that map?
I actually don't know. That's just how the map was. But I'm pretty sure this is all of India. So I don't know.
Don't like the tiger. That's where all the tiger lives. And like where the green and the orange is that right? Or,
I actually don't know.
oh,
It was just a map with where they lived. Sorry. Any more questions? Awesome.
all right.
All right.
Go up for Mr. Henderson.